Hello and welcome to My Ninja Turtles channel. I have a great video for you today. The trailer finally came out for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. After a long time, after a long wait, the trailer finally came out and it was pretty good. It was great to see the Turtles in action. It's great to see the villains in action. It's great to see them moving around and learn a little bit more about the plot of the movie. We know the Turtles are going to be focused on fitting in. It's going to focus on the teenage aspect of the movie. There's teenagers playing the Turtles for the first time. And it's going to focus on the Turtles trying to find acceptance, trying to be accepted by regular humans by doing good deeds and fitting in. And the villains look pretty cool too. There's a lot of unique stuff going for this movie. The trailer leaked originally, and then they released the full theatrical official trailer. It was a minute longer, a lot more stuff going on. I didn't watch the leak at all. I only watched the real thing. The animation style looks awesome, first of all. Sometimes it looks like an oil painting. Sometimes it looks like claymation, it has sketches, it has scribbles. It's really unique and really exciting and interesting. This is a cool style of animation, and it's going to be neat to see a little bit of vulnerability from the Turtles, wanting to fit in, being a little sensitive, feeling not just stoic ninja warriors. They're going to have a sensitive side to them. And it's going to focus on some of the brotherhood dynamics of being teenagers and trying to find their place in the world. I like the designs of the Turtles. They're different, but not too different. They're unique, but not too crazy. And the animation style, sometimes it looks like Starry Night, and other times it looks like claymation. And it's been compared a lot to Spider-Verse. That would be one of my complaints is, even though there's a lot of cool, unique things in this trailer, a lot of really exciting surprises, some of this trailer felt derivative. The Spider-Verse comparisons felt derivative, didn't feel exactly unique. Looks great, but didn't feel exactly original. Turtles are in a lot of dynamic poses throughout the trailer, really cool. But at a few points throughout the trailer, it felt a little bit fake, it felt a little bit forced, and took me out of the moment a little bit. There's this weird tribute to hip-hop kind of thing going on throughout the whole trailer. Even the Can I Kick It, dramatic, cinematic version of Can I Kick It, sounded like generic trailer, movie trailer music to me. And it feels a little fake and forced, a little inauthentic. And I thought that was represented in this promotional picture. They released this marketing picture with these shoes tied over a power line. And they're tied incorrectly. They're hung over incorrectly. And it just feels a little fake. Like they're trying to do like a, hi, fellow teenagers. We've got swag. Watch us, Dougie. No cap. YOLO. They're trying. It's like a weird dad joke kind of thing. Like they're trying to be cool and fit in. And just felt a little forced, honestly. Parts of the trailer were a little too dark, visually too dark. I know it's nighttime, but I just couldn't see what was going on. It seemed messy. Things were cut a little too fast. Maybe it was just a fast edit, but it seemed a little too busy with all the scribbles everywhere. Just seemed like a little too much was going on. Might just be the edit. I couldn't really figure out the plot. Even the plot seemed a little too busy. I know what the plot is, but if I didn't know going in, I'm not sure if I would have been able to pick up on the actual story of the movie. Seems like there was just a lot of cool cuts, a lot of cool characters, a lot of exciting, fast-paced stuff, and loud sound effects. But I couldn't really get into a groove. It just didn't really connect with me. I felt a little deflated. After I watched the trailer, I just stared at my screen and I felt nothing. And I think some of the characters are a little over-designed. I think there's a little too much going on, especially some of these villains. You can't really see what's going on, and it just felt a little much at times. It was a little too much, and it was distracting, and characters felt over-designed, and it was very fast-paced, and maybe it'll even out in the movie a little more. Maybe it was just the edit of the trailer. They're trying to cram a lot of stuff in. Maybe I'll just get used to it. But one thing that kind of stuck out for me, Ice Cube's voice. Ice Cube sounds like he's doing an impression of Ice Cube. It's trying to sound like his character from Friday, and it really took me out of the moment just hearing Ice Cube as Ice Cube. Part of the thing, Superfly, just the name Superfly, seemed contrived. Maybe because he has a bug face, I couldn't really tell the expressions he was making. He doesn't have pupils. Maybe his face wasn't expressive enough, but his Ice Cube voice really sounded bad. He says mutants are going to take over the Earth. Sounds like he says Earth with an F at one point, not Earth with a TH. And in another scene, he starts quoting a rap song, 6 in the morning, police at my dough. And it just sounded tacky and corny, quoting a rap song like that. Is he going to say, we started from the bottom, now we're here? Murder was the case that they gave me. Today was a good day. Is he just going to start quoting rap lyrics? Is he going to axe a question? His voice just really took me out of it. And Ice Cube, the voice actor, he's 53. He's been a rich millionaire for 30 years. And he's doing an impression of that voice. He's doing an impression of a previous Ice Cube voice. It didn't sound authentic, and it just really took me out of the moment. It's cool to see all the other villains, though. It's nice to see them in action, moving around. I wish we could hear all of them as well. I think we're getting another surprise introduction of Scumbug, another character. Maybe Kevin Eastman voices Scumbug. Maybe Peter Laird is the voice of Scumbug. We'll have to wait and see. But it's nice to see him in action. It's nice to see him in motion. I'd like to see more. They were in the shadows. It was dark, a lot of fast, quick cuts, and I couldn't really tell what was going on. One other thing I wanted to mention. It seems like there's going to be a lot of surprises. Maybe we'll get another trailer. Maybe there's a lot more to see in this movie. They could be holding out a big surprise for a third and final theatrical trailer before the movie comes out in a couple months. They could be holding out on us. But overall, this trailer was exciting. There's a lot of action, a lot of comedy. And I wanted to speak quickly about Michelangelo. Really cool design, really nice, unique, new design for Michelangelo, but his voice sounded a little too deep. It sounded a little too low. He sounded more like a young man than the teenage aspect. And I don't mind his braces. I think his braces are awesome, actually. I hope they never explain where he got them either. I hope he just has them and they just never explain it. I think that's funny. But his voice was a little too low. And speaking of voices that didn't really do it for me, Jackie Chan as Master Splinter. Jackie Chan sounded like he was struggling to speak English. I like Jackie Chan a lot, but it sounded like he was reading and like he was struggling to speak English, and it didn't really gel for me. Maybe it was just a line in the trailer. Maybe these voices are going to have to take a little bit of time for me to have them sink in and get used to them and have all the sounds gel, and I can get used to the visual with the sound. But Splinter's voice didn't really do it for me. I did love April O'Neil's voice, though. She's got a great high-pitched melodic voice, and I really liked her voice. She's got a great tone, but I don't like the new April design. I think it's distracting. It's a little subversive. It's too different from previous Aprils. I prefer a traditional April O'Neil, and I don't like this design of April O'Neil, although I do like her voice a lot. And I'm excited to see where this movie goes. I don't know how prominently April will be featured. I don't know how prominently the bad guys or Splinter will be featured, so I'm kind of just waiting to see how this goes. But between April's new design and Ice Cube and a lot of the voice actors in this movie, it's pretty clear Seth Rogen has said before that he's trying to make less movies starring white people, and I think that's apparent in this movie. This movie has a real particular sound with all the voice actors. They're definitely going for an urban hip-hop kind of thing. It seems like that's the audience they're going for, and it comes across forced and a little inauthentic and fake, like those shoes tied the wrong way over the power line. Hi fellow kids, they're really trying to weasel in there, and it just seems grating. It seems like a Tyler Perry movie, and it didn't really connect with me. Another thing that I didn't really like was the way that all the turtles, they're on their phones all the time in the trailer. Donatello is on his phone throughout the trailer. It seems like maybe the turtles being on their phones and filming themselves is going to be a large part of the movie, and I think that it made me want to look at my phone when I was watching the trailer. It was distracting to see them. They were playing on their phones. I wanted to play on my phone. And I think they're going to be filming their heroic acts throughout the city to try and earn acceptance. So it's going to be April's filming them, and then they're looking at the phone and playing on the phone like teenagers, but it was a little too much. They're on their phones in every scene. April's on her phone, Donnie's on the phone. It was a little too much, if you ask me. Too much phone time. Could be distracting. It could date the movie as well. Phone technology is going to change in a year, and the phones are going to look dated. And there was a joke in the movie where they say, "Don't rat me out," and Master Splinter doesn't like the word rat, and they say, "Oh, it's 2023. Don't you know what year it is? It's 2020. That joke is going to be outdated in 4 months. So I don't know if that's an evergreen kind of joke, but one thing I did like about the trailer is the inclusion of the EPF style, this government, military, police style force. Maybe that's like their version of Bishop. Maybe we're going to get some cool surprise. I love when the turtles face off against the government. TCRI, of course, from the comic books. Maybe the turtles get captured, they get arrested at a certain point in the movie. I love when the turtles face off against the government, just against humans. I don't need to see other mutants. It's cool enough when they just face off against other humans. And Donatello's design. I love the glasses. I don't mind the glasses at all. I love the headphones. I think he's got a cool design. I like that all the turtles are a little bit slender. And Donatello's voice doesn't bother me at all. Other people are bothered by the higher pitched voice. I think it's cool. He has a really unique sound. He's got a beautiful voice. It's got a really cool sound, and doesn't bother me at all. And I know in the concept art, Donatello was originally going to be smaller. Donatello was going to have a different design, and I think that would have matched perfectly with his higher pitched voice. Would have gone great. Really a daring choice to make him smaller. Sometimes you see a turtle much bigger, but to make one turtle smaller, I think is a cool choice, and would have gone well with his voice. Another character, Raphael, has a cool design. Some people don't like the do-rag style bandana, the red bandana over the head. But I think it's cool. I think Raphael's rowdy, he's rambunctious, he's got a lot of energy. He seems exciting and kind of angry and just kind of exciting and fun to be around in the movie. I don't mind the missing tooth. I don't mind the do-rag style bandana. Raphael looks pretty cool, pretty tough, but I think he's going to have a little bit of a sweet, sensitive side, a little bit of a softer side. We're going to get all that from the Turtles, trying to fit in as teenagers and be accepted and feeling maybe insecure or vulnerable. Leonardo's got a great design too in the movie. Classic Turtles design, a little bit like the original cartoon series or the original live action movies. A little bit like the original toys. He's got the classic standard turtle design, big expressive eyes. And I like when he smiles, he looks like the character from Nightmare Before Christmas, the skeleton character from Nightmare Before Christmas. And in one scene, he even kind of transforms. The animation is flexible. Maybe he's doing an impression in this scene, but his head transforms into the Jim Henson style live action 90s turtle look. Just for a second, and it's cool to see a little reference to the original live action movies. I think the people making this movie are big fans of the Turtles. And it's going to be cool to see a little bit of a sweeter side of Leonardo too, wanting to fit in, wanting to go to high school and have a girlfriend. Michelangelo looks great. I think he's got a cool design. His head shape doesn't bother me. It's cool to see him in action. I thought it might bother me. It's cool to see him in action, moving around. Unique head shape doesn't bother me at all. And I think Michelangelo's going to be a fun character. Different take on Michelangelo in this movie, but the watermelon-shaped head doesn't bother me one bit. Other people I saw irritated them, but it doesn't bother me at all. I think there's a lot of cool designs in this movie. A really daring take, unique take on the Turtles, really exciting animation. All the scribbles make everything seem alive. And even all these background characters are unique. They look bizarre. They look surreal. They look like there was time put into each of them, making them seem unique, and they're like claymation and they're alive and everything's moving and there's messy. So maybe the messiness is going to work out well for the movie. We'll find out. In a lot of the characters, there's a lot of action, a lot of comedy, and just they have character and depth to these background extra type characters. It makes them unique when they have a unique design like that. There's going to be a lot of voice actors in this movie, a lot of celebrity, red carpet power, a lot of box office power. Ice Cube, Jackie Chan, Paul Rudd, Maya Rudolph, Seth Rogen, of course, producing, Post Malone. A lot of cool stuff going for this movie. Cool animation, big celebrity cast, a lot of hype, a lot of steam behind this movie, and a score by Trent Reznor. 9 Inch Nails, Trent Reznor. Emmys, Oscars, Pretty Hate Machine, The Downward Spiral, The Fragile. This guy's a real rock star. And of course, the score, The Social Network, Soul, Watchmen, among others. This could really elevate this movie, really kick this movie into overdrive, having a score from Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. Trent Reznor, of course, 9 Inch Nails. Great rock and roll band. The toys look awesome. There's a lot of cool merchandise, a lot of promotional materials coming out over the next few months. A tidal wave of merchandise coming out. I'm really excited for all that. And I'm excited for the Mutant Mayhem movie. It seems like the reaction to the trailer was a little lukewarm. I think the trailer being leaked ahead of time hurt this release, of course. But the official trailer had an extra minute of footage, so everyone had a reason to watch the official trailer too. It got a few million views the first day it was out, which is okay. It's good. It's not bad, but it was a little bit of a soft launch. It was a little bit of a weak launch. The Turtles didn't trend. There wasn't a huge explosion of people talking about it. When the teaser trailer was released, everyone was talking about April's new design. Everyone was talking about the animation, comparing it to Spider-Verse. But maybe the leak hurt this trailer a little bit. And I noticed the TMNT movie Twitter account, it appeared it had been hacked. There was a lot of weird spammy kind of messages, so I'm not sure. It's probably not the way they wanted their release to go. It was a little underwhelming. I felt a little deflated. I just stared at the screen after the trailer was done playing. I felt nothing. I kind of just stared there and felt nothing for a little bit, but I don't like when the Turtles want to be human. I like when they just focus on accepting who they are. I don't want them to change who they are just to fit in. I don't know if that's a good moral. The Turtles just want to change who they are to fit in. I want them to accept that they're Turtles and that's how they fit in and that's who they are and it's cool that that's who they are. I prefer that kind of a theme, but I'm excited for the movie. There's only a couple months left till this movie comes out. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, out August 2nd. Originally it was called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Next Chapter. It was going to be out on August 11th and August 4th. Now it's coming out on August 2nd. A lot of stuff going for it. A lot of things going on for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem movie, and I'm really excited for it. I think I'm going to give this trailer overall a 6 out of 10. Had a lot of parts I liked, a lot of parts that I didn't like, or maybe I'm still getting used to. Went through with a fine-tooth comb and I wanted to share my thoughts with you. I do a live stream here on my Ninja Turtles channel every Turtle Tuesday where we talk about Mutant Mayhem, toys, old stuff, new stuff, whatever you want. Ninja Turtles. We celebrate the Ninja Turtles every Turtle Tuesday here on my Ninja Turtles channel. So make sure to tune in. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment and share this video. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more Ninja Turtles videos like this.